Priority yetu ni
What now?
Hi, my name is Brian Manene. I am the creator of Subterranea and the series producer. You can watch it on Showmax right now, streaming right now on Showmax. The idea of Subterranea came when I was meditating, and I just had this crazy idea of doing a space odyssey about 8 Kenyans in space. So I was like, now how do you flip a space odyssey? And I was like, what's the opposite of space? Underground. And that is how this whole idea of Subterranea came up. It went from a space odyssey to an underground bunker in Kenya. About 8 people, 8 Kenyans sort of lost in this bunker.
Hello, bunker members. I would like to thank you for your spirit and dedication these past few weeks.
The creative and development process for this thing was crazy. We were literally just thrown into the deep end because Likarion, the director of the show, took a half-written pitch deck and sent it to Showmax as a pitch. Luckily, we managed to bring together an amazing writer's room who came together to sort of bring this story into life. The biggest challenge we had, especially in doing a sci-fi, is first off defining what a sci-fi is. I think in a lot of people's minds, a sci-fi is lasers, robots, and AIs and aliens taking over the world. But it was just the science bit of it that we wanted to focus on. There was research in 2 fronts. There was research in the emotional strain of how the emotional strain of being a bunker affects people and how they react, how it sort of warps their reality, twists their minds, and changes everything that they interact with and everything that they are. And then there was the research of, is this actually possible? Can people from Europe come to Kenya to make doomsday bunkers so that they can survive? Weirdly enough, we realized there are actually similar projects happening right now. So when the realism of these bunkers for sustainability, these bunkers for survival came in there, we were like, okay, if they were testing such things, what would they be testing for? What are the key elements they'd want to sort of push to the limit to see if people can survive in such situations? And those tests are what informed the plot of the story, informed how we pushed our characters and how we broke them throughout the story.
Umemiss morning workout leo?
No, I didn't. Nafanyanga Mondays, Wednesdays, na Fridays.
Leo on Wednesday.
Subterranea explores a lot of themes of family, a lot of themes of unity, a lot of themes of togetherness. One of the biggest things or take-homes I hope people get from this show is that we are stronger together than we are if you act as an individual. Because these 8 people find a way to work together, and it actually makes them way, way stronger than if they decided to take on the challenge as individuals. There's a question one of my mentors used to ask me when I was doing character development, and was one of the biggest questions in this show. Who are you when you're alone? Who are you when no one else is looking? And we delve deep into the characters, into who they are when so they don't have the pressure of society, they don't have Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. It's just them. Who are they when it's just them? We have characters that have PTSD. We have characters that have a drug addiction. We have characters that are survivors of a cult. We have characters that were thrown into parenthood, yet they've never engaged in coitus in their lives. The one character I really enjoyed writing for was Green. Green was an enigma inside an enigma, and we often don't explore stories about the Kenyan Indian community. We see them as this one community where everyone is okay, they're living happy lives, all Indians are rich is usually the stereotype. But going into this young man who is broken, a man who attempted suicide at one point in his life, a man who, by all definitions, is just a broken man, but what people see on the outside is his race was an interesting journey for me. And honest to God, all the episodes that were heavy on Green, I sort of jumped on them because it was interesting to sort of peel these layers. And one of the key impacts of art is agitation. Shake it up. Shake up the world. Like, spark something. Do something crazy that will agitate society, that will agitate people, that will sort of shake up the status quo. I hope Subterranea inspires more filmmakers to be bold. I hope Subterranea inspires more filmmakers to be crazy.